Working in an office may seem like a safe job, but there are many hazards and dangers in this workplace that can cause harm to yourself and your fellow coworkers. But if you keep safety in your everyday life, you will find that your workplace will be a lot safer for yourself and the ones around you. Here in the PR office, we do a lot of work to get ready for each production. But if we aren't safe, our production may have a tragic ending. Fire safety is one of the most people don't think about in the office. There are many fire hazards around. With the use of many computers, sockets may be overloaded and can start a fire if they heat up enough. Make sure to check for any fire hazards. If you spot anything unsafe, report to your manager right away. The way to stay safe is stopping the accident before it happens. In the event of a fire, make sure you know the safest way out of the office. Create an emergency route and meeting place for your office and review it with your fellow coworkers. If it's safe to put out a small fire, you can do so if you're trained and have the proper fire extinguisher. Sometimes having the wrong type of fire extinguisher can make the problem a lot worse. Always think before you act. In PR, we deal with a lot of promotional items like posters and postcards that we need to store. This involves many boxes and a lot of lifting, but even something as easy as lifting a box can cause you harm. When moving boxes, make sure you are lifting from the knees and not from your back. Lift only boxes you can safely lift and never lift more than you can carry. Store heavier boxes closer to the ground and store products used regularly at between shoulder and knee height. When storing boxes, use proper ladders to get to tall items. Never climb on the furniture. Don't be afraid to ask for help when lifting or putting boxes away. In the PR office, we are always working on computers for marketing and advertising purposes. Long-term usage on computers could cause physical strain, which is dangerous to your health. When you're sitting in front of your computer, make sure your chair is fully adjustable with the back support. Make sure your thighs are parallel to the floor and your feet are flat on the floor. Make sure your wrists are straight with your elbow joints at about 90 degrees and your arms are resting at your side. Check that your neck is straight and adjust the height of the computer monitor to keep it that way. Being on the computer for long periods of time is bad for your health. For every hour you spend working on the computer, take a 5-minute break. This will help you avoid problems like vision fatigue, headaches, carpal tunnel syndrome, and back problems. The PR office is full of papers, cables, and copies. Slips and trips are a hazard we avoid every day. Even falls from floor level can be dangerous. Slips and trips are very avoidable. Be aware of your surroundings. Being aware of your surroundings will help you stay safe. Keeping your workplace clean and organized will minimize the risk. Cables and extension cords should be placed against the wall and not across high-volume traffic areas. Taping down cables will help people see cables and avoid tripping. If someone spills anything, make sure it's cleaned up as soon as possible. The same thing goes for all wet weather. make sure puddles from boots and umbrellas are cleaned up before someone slips and hurts himself. In the PR office, we do a lot of cutting, trimming, and decorating for headshot boards. As we use sharp objects, we need to be aware of ourselves to avoid serious injury. When working with something sharp, don't be silly and play around with it. Take your time and focus on what you're doing. Objects like scissors, paper cutters, and X-Acto knives can hurt you. Always cut away from the body, never cut towards you. When passing sharp objects, never pass the blade pointing towards anyone. Never leave sharp objects unattended. This may harm yourself or someone who may not be paying attention. And lastly, never run with sharp objects.
Yay!
Safety in the workplace is everyone's responsibility, but taking the time to check your surroundings, follow all safety guidelines, and reporting any safety hazards to your manager, we can keep this office a safe place for everyone.